Hi and welcome, I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is a Let's Build video. What are Let's Build videos? What are they all about? Well, a Let's Build video, I take a model kit and I'll show you guys how to put it together. If there's any areas of concern on the sprue, as in bits on the model piece that you need, looks like it shouldn't be there, but it should, I'll give you guys a heads up. If there's anything like pipes, chains, all that sort of stuff to be careful of, or there's little pins hanging, I'll let you guys know. If there's anything different on the sprue, as in things on the sprue are numbered differently from the instructions, I'll give you guys a heads up. If you suffer with dyslexia or struggle with instructions in general, this is a visual way to help you. These Let's Build videos are to help everyone of any age, any skill level, just to help you get models built. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so for today, I'm building the Primaris Company Champion from the Combat Patrol magazine. Now, I looked up on the app because I thought, I didn't think that's a lone character on his own. No, he's part of the Company of Heroes squad. So I'm presuming that I'll get the rest of the squad as the magazine progresses. So I said today, I'll just show you how to build him. As he's the only one here, and I could wait till the others come, and it could be 3 months' time they arrive up. I don't know. But I am missing a heap of issues from them. So it could be a case of that they're already out and they haven't sent them to me yet. But either way, they'll be built when they do arrive. So first thing, as always, guys, for everyone that's new, go through tools needed as always. Mold line scraper. You use a hobby knife or some sort of surgical blade. If you're using a sharp tool, just be careful because it's sharp. Let everyone else in the house know you're using a sharp tool, so nobody scares you by accident. You don't have little hands around the place, or pets jumping up at you. I have sanding sponge. You can have sanding sponge or sanding block. It's basically foam with sandpaper either side. This is fine grit. The sanding sponge is very, very flexible, whereas the block is more rigid. The block is probably designed more for I would use it more for tanks and stuff like that. You can use files if you have little files. Is a plastic kit, so plastic glue. So before we start getting away, working away on it, we'll go through the sprue as always, just to ascertain what's what and make our job a lot easier. So we have 2 shoulder pauldrons, very, very simple. This is his base, part of his base, because there's a foot there. Front of his body, back of his body, backpack, head, weapon arm. Now you can see there's actually 2 arms, 2 hands there. So that's that. The first thing we're actually going to do, instead of start putting the guy together like it wants us to do, we're going to start with the arm, the sword arm. So we're going to go with, we need number 6, which is the sword arm, and number 5, which is this little arm here with the little bit sticking out. So I'm going to snip those, clean those, and I'm going to come back and show you how they go together. Right, so this is very, very straightforward. There's a pin, there's a hole. Now, this pin is a specific way. It's telling me I don't need glue to put this guy together, but I will still glue it anyway. I know I'm going to do. I'm going to end up breaking that pin. I know that. But basically, you've got to fiddle around with it, dry fit it first, obviously, so you know which way it's going. Just be careful of that little bit as well, hanging off. Without me knocking the camera. But I'm going to fiddle around with it, but it does go in there. If I can't get it in, all I'm going to do is snip that little pin off and then just glue it into place. Okay? But I'm going to try and get the pin in there because it's going to line it up perfectly. Right, so I have it in there. I haven't glued it yet because I'm not too happy with the way it looks. I'm not sure if it needs to go down more. So what I'm going to do is leave it like this, dry fitted. I'm going to get the rest of it done, and then when I come to glue it on, I'll know whether I need to maneuver this. And if I need to maneuver it, then I can maneuver it and glue it. I forgot to mention, the other tool we need is clippers. Most useful part of our kit. I don't know why I forgot those. They're probably because they're behind me when I'm working on a lot of sister stuff at the moment, so they were behind me. Right, so the next one we need, back to the start of this now, is number 3 and number 1, and we need the head, which is number 2. So I'm going to snip all 3 of these off, clean them down, and I'm going to show you how they go together. Right, so we take the head. As you can see, there's this funny little bit at the bottom of it that just slots in like so. Okay, as you think it's meant to be sideways like that. And we take this front piece, then you can see there's a hole in the middle and there's a pin there, and that just slots over the front. There's a little pin on the leg there as well. There's a hole down the other leg. So there's a hole, there's a pin, and there's a hole. So there's basically just slots over the front. So I'm going to glue that into place and come back to you for the next piece. Right, so the next bit we need is number 4, which is the base part. It's very, very simple. You see there's a pin there that goes straight into there. Okay, I'm not going to push it because it's still on the sprue, but it goes straight into there. Right, so underneath this, there's 2 pins. You can see it's shiny because I put glue on it already. There's 2 holes there. Then they're hexagon. They look like hexagon holes, but that doesn't look hexagon to me. But anyway, that should just slide in. Yeah, that's the problem. It's not a hexagon hole. That's a round hole. That's a hexagon hole. That's why it's not slotting in. Let's see if I can. Yep, there it goes. The thing I didn't do is put any glue under this foot. So I'm going to give that for a minute to dry and then come back for the next piece. Right, so the next piece we need is number 7, which is the other shoulder pauldron. Right, so now we take this piece. Shoulder pad goes on there, but afterwards. So there's a hole on the arm there. There's a pin on this side. We're just going to line it up. Doesn't go. It's not. No, it doesn't go. So what we need to do, because this is dry fitted, so we need to try and get this on and line it up. That's staying on there, but I don't like this gap here. So what we have to do, what we might have to do, is snip this pin off and just glue that directly on there. That should give me that extra little bit, or even not snip it off, but snip it down a little bit, snip half of that pin off, because then I'll get a bit more. As you can see, there's that little tiny gap there. That won't be there no more. So anyway, I'm going to snip half of that off. I'm going to line it up. If it goes up perfectly, lines on perfectly, then I'll put some glue on it, come back and show you. This is a bit of a conundrum. There's the connection point, and there's that bit. Trying to figure out how that goes on, because there shouldn't be a little gap there at all. I'm not too happy about that little gap. Shouldn't be like that. The sword is in the right position, it goes across the chest. Just don't understand why there's a little gap. This is supposed to be like that. It just looks a bit weird to me, the little gap. Let's have a look at the shoulder pauldron actually. Yeah, it doesn't even cover it up. So I'm going to snip the rest of this pin off. And hopefully that sorts it out. Yeah, that works a lot better. I still have to give it, just to make sort of glue to cure a little bit more. But that actually works, like that, let's just come off. Actually works a lot better. There's no gap there now. Where you can see there's a bit of armour underneath. So I'm going to give it a few minutes to cure. This shoulder pad, very simple. There's a hole. There's a pin, just slots in there. I'm not going to do it next, I want this to cure a bit more. Then the last piece that we need, again very simple, is number 8, which is his backpack. There's a hole, there's a pin, it just slots on there. So I'm going to snip that off, clean that down, glue those two last bits on, and they come back to you for final ports on this model. And here we have him. Now, to be honest with you, I shouldn't have had to trim that pin down to get the arm on. Yeah. But sometimes you have to do these things to make it fit or reposition it slightly. Now, thoughts on this model. I think it's actually a beautiful model. I can't wait to paint it so much up to colours. Difficulty with this model, I would have said 2. But because of this connection here and getting this arm on and getting it lined up properly, and I had to snip the pin down, I'd probably give it a 3. It's, not that difficult. Now, I would say to you, go with the way that I did it. Dry fit the sword and the arm first of all. Put the guy together, and then just try and line it up. If you can't get it, then trim some of the pin off the arm, and then try again. No, trim a little bit more off. And keep doing it that way until you eventually have no pin left and you can, it goes on. But there's a weird connection point. There's a very weird connection point. And I can see now the bit that's in between is actually just riveted. The bits that, these type bits, the riveted bits in there. But still, it's sort of annoying. Anyway, let's say a 3 difficult rating for 3 for him. Very nice model, very nice to have in my Space Marines. Hopefully I'm missing the other guys, which I think is an ancient and 2 veterans, I think. Which if they send that to me, great, fantastic. If this is just a one-off special model, they don't send the other 3 guys. I've got other old models that I can add into the unit to make them into these guys. I actually have 3 Primaris intercessors that came in the not the Imperial magazine, but the one before that. For one of the first issues, I've got 3 of those floating around, which I can easily convert if I need to. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts or comments about this model, chuck them below as always. If you're new to the channel and seeing this for the first time, hit the subscribe button because it costs you nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Because if I've struggled with that arm, I guarantee a few of you others have as well. And you probably have it sitting on your desk just in 2 parts, like how am I going to fix this? But that's how you do it. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube, shares this video to more and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. If you want to support the channel even further, there is a join button below. You click on there, it'll take you to a membership page where you can purchase a membership and become a member. Members have various different perks depending on what tier you go for. So guys, thanks for watching. Hit the buttons for me, comments below as always. Until next time guys, take it easy.